Hello, and welcome to Raw Talk, where we talk real estate photography, videography, virtual tours, everything to do with real estate for media services. I'm Scott Prokop. Welcome to my show. This week, let's talk gear. And the best way to talk about gear, let's see what's in my bag. What do I take to photo shoots? What do I use? That's what we're going to talk about this week. But first, let's get our coffee. It is the morning. I need my coffee. Much better. Gotta have my coffee. If it's afternoon and you're watching, grab a beer, grab your favorite drink, grab your wine. I'm from the Canadian prairies. Saskatoon is my home of the original 16 beer. If you're in Canada, in the prairies, Great West beer, you gotta try it. Try the 016. There's also a copper. It's copper can. Gotta have it. Good Canadian beer. Can't go without it. So this week, let's talk about our sponsor. This show is brought to you by HD Photo Hub. HD Photo Hub is a total system. It's not just a booking system. Total system for your real estate business. How better than having end-to-end, your virtual assistant? It is amazing. Your realtor will book you online or through the app. They have an app now. Yes, it's worth it. So they book it, they enter the address. They pick your services from your list of services. So photography, video, on virtual tour, they pick it all. They next select their date, their time. They could be there with the client, whoever. They work it out between the homeowner, the realtor, and you. You're booked in. They get a notice via email. You see it in your calendar. It syncs to Google Calendar, so I see it in my Google Calendar immediately. I show up for the shoot, I do the job, I do the photos, I do whatever else they ask for. I deliver all the digital products via HD Photo Hub. Once it's uploaded, I hit that I'm done, check, and it takes me to the delivery page. It sets up the delivery email for me. It is formatted, it's beautiful, it includes links to anything you need. It also includes an owner preview link, so you can just send them, the owner, that link. Here's the pictures, but they can't download them, so they can just preview them. Awesome. And guess what else with that? The realtor has to pay on download. I set it up to pay on download, and you should too. So they get an invoice. If they want the photos, they have to pay for them. Yay, I'm not chasing people with invoices. I'm not using QuickBooks, FreshBooks, so that's done. Gone. I am done with that. So guess what? They pay on download. I have the back end set up, so all that money I get paid every Friday. Not chasing money at the end of the month and invoices and net 30 days and all this. And it's like, no, thank you. So that is huge. So the total system, booking, delivery, and so much more. That's just the tip of the iceberg with HD Photo Hub. So go to hdphotohub.com, use the code SHOOTINGREALESTATE. Shooting real estate, and you get 60 free credits. Trust me, it will change your life. You will be so much better, and you can spend more time shooting, editing, and not doing book work and chasing money. Gone. Who cares about that? All right, let's get on to gear. How about gear? We love gear. We're all geeky. We're geary. I don't know if you chase the gear or not. If you're one of those, if you just love the old school, I'm shooting real estate photography, I can buy a used camera. Well, I'm going to show you what I use. That's it. I've been doing this 9 years. I shoot upwards of 700 homes a year. I shoot real estate. I do other stuff, but we're talking real estate. This is the gear I use day by day, shoot by shoot. This is what I take with me, and I highly recommend everything I use. I stand behind it, and let's get into it. So I'm going to grab my tripod here, and we're going to flip over. Give me a sec. We're going to get right to what I use. So first of all, we have the camera bag. I use a roller style low pro, and why? Because when you open it, I can easily look at all my gear. If you're using a backpack, I did that for a while. I was a backpack guy. I gave up on it. So quickly I can look, there's my camera, my drone, my video gear, extra lens. Up here, the bottom pocket's all aerial stuff, so extra propellers. And the top is all cleaning gear and everything camera related, wrenches in case I need it, all of the little tools. So that's that. And then over here, iPhone. Oh, we love the iPhone now. This is the 14 Pro Max. Love it, love it, love it, love it. It is amazing for video. I gotta be honest, I use it for my social media videos for realtors, and I couldn't go back. It's worth the upgrade. Up here we have the iGuide. So it's this beautiful case that it comes with. Let's unlatch it, show you the beautiful iGuide. So it's the virtual tour camera / floor planner, everything in that case. So I'll go over, you got the camera up here, I got some cards, measuring tape, and you must have this because you have to go into garages and other doors that need to be stayed open. So definitely have a doorstop. Next, the tripod. Tripod goes with me on every shoot. I shoot on a tripod on all interiors. So we have the Manfrotto carbon fiber. We have the Arca Swiss D4 head with all the gears and everything. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's go back to our gear in our bag. So I'm just gonna go over this quick and then we're going into details, each actual piece I use and why I use it. So we'll just start at the top. We've got the drone. We got the Air 2S DJI. It is awesome. I've used this since it came out. Beautiful, beautiful. Right below it, batteries. We've got three batteries, one in the drone. Next is empty. Guess why? When I use a drone battery, I pop it in here and I know, hey, I have to charge that when I get home. We've got the controller. We've got my camera. It is the A7 IV by Sony. It's got an L bracket. It's got 12-24 lens. Right above it, charger, in case I never need it. Charge some batteries. A little tripod that goes in your hot shoe for your camera. Yeah, if you want to shoot with the camera, test some different things, do some fun stuff for social media, that's what I have that for. Above that, we have the DJI Ronin RS3 gimbal for doing video. Amazing, amazing project. Oh, I love it. This is our backup lens. Only if I drop it, I don't know. It's a 24-1.5. I don't use it often. It's just when I need zoom shots. Keep going lower. Sorry, the strap's in the way. We have a medical kit just in case. It's small, it fits in here. I have some Advil, Tylenol, all that stuff, just in case, you never know. And then this is the OM6 for it's the gimbal for my phone. I love doing stuff with that phone now. The iPhone 14 is kick butt. I hate, no other pretty way of saying it. So that's all my gear. So we'll just look at that real quick. We got gear, tripod, all that. And guess what? I'm in my office. And all that gear, when you come home, everybody knows you have to charge it. So I have my Canon printer on top. Inside, you'll see all the charging. I set up a charging bay in this IKEA cupboard. That's where everything goes to charge at the end of the day. And honestly, clean, you shut it, nobody sees the cords, everything goes out the back. Definitely think about that. Something cool that you need to do to free up your world and all the charging you're gonna have to do. All right, let's get right into gear now. I'm gonna set my camera down on the tripod, get my chair. Let's get comfy. Let's talk about the gear. So what's the main thing we do? Photos. Let's talk photos. Let's get in the case. Photos, camera, A7 IV. Came out a year or two ago. Awesome, awesome camera. On the bottom, we have an L bracket. I'll talk about the L bracket in a minute, but awesome, you have to have an L bracket. Lens, the 12-24 f4 Sony lens. Another great thing. Straps, peak by peak design. So let's go into details. Camera, awesome. I moved to the A7 IV. I will not move back. It came out, the dynamic range is over 14, which is in the top 10 of all cameras right now. It is amazing. You'll notice in all the gear I showed you in my case, what's missing? Flashes. I do not shoot flambient. I'm sorry, I've tested, I've used it, I know what flambient's all about. I don't use flambient. I used to shoot HDR. I don't shoot HDR. I used to shoot HDR in my A7 IIIs. Now it's A7 IV. Dynamic range is amazing on this. Single shot, raw photos. You can edit those raw, bring out the highlights, bring out the shadows. It looks amazing. People who love seeing outside the windows, I live on the prairies. About 95% of my houses I shoot, guess what I'm looking out those windows at? Another house. Who cares about the neighbor's house? Who cares about what their color of the siding is? I will shoot HDR on select shoots where they're looking here, it's looking at a river or a beautiful scene outside. That is it. The rest, I want them to concentrate on the room. Focus on the room and house that they're buying. The outside you'll get a hint of it, but most of it's there. But it's not the focus of the attention we want for the buyer. So that's the Sony camera. Up on top, we have a dial. I use the dial quite a bit. I set a preset for 1, 2, and 3. So number 1 on the photo side is set for interiors. Number 2 is set for exteriors. 3 is HDR. When I need HDR, that's where I just turn it back and forth. I'm done. It is set. I don't have to play with aperture, all that stuff. Done. There's also a switch on the A7 IV now. You switch it to video. Guess what? Video has its particular settings. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 for video. So your interiors, exteriors, and I have an extra one just, I don't even know what I use for. Because I always use 1 and 2 and that just depends on the room or the scene or how bright it is. I just adjust for the scene. So awesome. This is the camera for photos, video. It's got a flip out screen. Flip out screen's huge because I shoot a little lower. I'm 6 feet tall. I flip it out. I'm looking like this, see? My tripod's about waist level, so I'm looking at the screen, I'm looking up. Huge, huge. It flips out, it's awesome that way. I'm not looking through the viewfinder. What else about the A7 IV? Here's a trick. I got a 12-24 on here. You can customize, I can customize the garbage can. So when you're shooting, you don't need the garbage can really when you're taking pictures, right? I set up the garbage can to be the crop factor. So it turns this 12-24 into a crop factor of 16-35. So if I need to zoom in, I use that. It works awesome. A little tip for you, a little trick you can do. Beyond that, this thing feels great on the hands. It is an awesome, awesome camera. Can't say enough about it. Now let's go to the lens. I use 20-24. I love ultra wide angle. Why? I shoot real estate. Let's say it. I shoot real estate. I don't shoot other stuff. It does distort in the corners. So if you have a window on the side, it will make it look twice as long. So instead of showing the whole window, crop it in the middle. Little tricks you can do. Crop things that look stretched. Get rid of that stretch. Make the illusion. So that's a big disappointment. Like, bad thing when you go super wide. Good thing is those small bathrooms, tight spaces, outside, you're shooting the front of the house. You ever have that big tree right there and the house is right there and you can't even see the house? I can go, I shoot as wide as I can and get as much as the front because the front is a huge part of selling the house. So that's why I love wide. I go wide. Another just bad thing about this, it's got the big bubble lens. That sucks. I gotta be honest. It hits the odd light inside a house or outside with the sun. You have to watch because it'll catch lights and I hate that. But what do? The pros outdo the disadvantages. On the bottom, I don't know if you can see that. L bracket. What's an L bracket? Well, it's an Arca Swiss plate. You put it on your tripod. This way, you're horizontal. Guess what? You just take it off. Arca Swiss is on this side. You just set your camera down like this. You're doing verticals. Bam, like that. You need the vertical of that bathroom. You need a cool vertical for social media. Just do that. You're not playing with knobs and then all this stupid stuff on your tripod. Bam, done. You have to buy it. So this is the small rig. Small rig, L bracket for A7 IV. You can find it for your model. This one in Canada is under $100. So in the US, it's probably $10. So super cheap, worth it. It saves you a ton of time. On the back, we have a Peak Design camera strap. So why Peak Design? I use this for video. So right here, you can see, you can just pop it off. It's got a little button. See if I can do it. See, I'm on camera and live, and now it's like, you just pop it off like that. So when you're shooting video, you're on the rig, the strap gets in the way, right? It's in the way all the time. So take the strap off easily, pops right back on, pops on easier than taking it off. So Peak Design. I saw somebody do this. You can see the strap, right? Oh, how are we gonna do this? It's on the opposite corners. I saw someone do that and I'm like, whoa, I never thought of it. So Sony has the loops on the top all the time. So I went across. I saw someone try that and I was like, hey, I kind of like it. It hangs better on the side. Try it out. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you'll hate it. Let me know in the comments below if you do that. I didn't even know that was a thing. So that's my camera. This is my video camera, doing my cinematic videos. Next, let's talk drone. Aerial, my next top seller after photos. I do about 99% photos on all real estate. About 60% or more is drone now. Everybody loves a drone. It is like the drug around here. So with the drone, I use the DJI Air 2S. It is my favorite. It's got lots of sensors. Great camera. It shoots 4K video. I love it. Only downside in winter right now when it is super cold, it's got a metal head and it will freeze in here and it will jerk like this, usually in the air. Photos, who cares? You get the shot, you're done. But video, if it jerks like that, the video is garbage. So that's my only thing right now in winter. But beyond that, beautiful camera. If you haven't experienced master shots, that's another thing it has. So you frame your house, you put the drone up, you frame it, you hit go. It does a 2-minute sequence and does all this magic. And then you pick templates after it's all done later and you create the master shot. 30-second feature of your property. Like, you can easily deliver that. It takes nothing. You just frame it, let it do its magic. Honestly, good add-on for the realtors to feature aerials, especially bigger properties. Love it, love it, love it. They love it, I love it. So let's set that out. Next, batteries. I use the Fly More kit, so I have 4 batteries. Last about 20 to 30 minutes each, so definitely have enough batteries. My last drone I had, geez, I can't remember what it was. The batteries die after about 200 charges, so it's something to remember. It's the charges, the life. These things, I don't know if DJI does that by design or not. But when you start hitting 100, sell it. Get rid of it. Well, it's still good. Go buy a new one. The other thing with the drone, controller, I just use a generic controller, put the phone on top. The whole DJI kit, here's a story I'll tell you right now. Buy refresh. So what is refresh? It is DJI's warranty if anything goes wrong. So I won't lie, I broke one of the whole wings on that thing, like whole propeller. I won't tell you the whole story, it's embarrassing, but yeah, one of these got crushed. Crushed, hint, hint, not crashed. So told the story to DJI, I sent the drone in, they sent me a brand new one in the box. Honest, with refresh. Within about a week, I had a brand new one. I was back at her. So that's that drone. That's the one I take with me. I also use the original Air. It doesn't matter which one you buy. You buy a used one, have a backup. You will crash your drone. You will crash your drone, you will wreck your drone, something will happen. So have a backup drone. So I use the $500 Air, whatever it was back then. I still have it. It works great. It serves its purpose in a pinch. So be sure to have one. That's the one that stays home. And if I need it, I need it. So I got it. So next up, video. I use the Ronin RS3. This is what I use for video for my big camera. So let's talk. I have all the pieces in here. You see those bottom pieces missing because they fit nice in the case. I only do video. I don't do it every day. More like 2-3 times a week. It's not huge. My social media videos are huge. So you pop the camera on there. It's got a touch screen display. The RS3 is amazing. I had the original Ronin and this thing is leaps and bounds awesome. Something else you can buy. I'll just set this down. This, it folds out. Let's get it going. So, sorry, my hand's in the way. So this is a arm that I pop on it. So you got the Ronin and you're holding it like this. So you're doing a whole house, your arm's getting heavy, and you get worn out basically. If you do more, if you do weddings, you definitely want this. So I just pop it on the side, clips in. Now I'm holding the camera like this so I can do low, high. This arm, Spy Small Rig. Trust me, it's worth it. Save you a lot of pain and aches on your arms. It's under $100. So worth it. After this, there's tripods, there's other stuff I use. That's my rig for doing cinematic video. So cinematic video in my world is 2 to 4 minutes. Really showcases the house, makes it look beautiful. I use my A7R, A7 IV Sony camera to do that. So that's my cinematic products that I sell. Next, I have the 24-105 backup lens for doing zooms. To be honest with you, if there's a condo on the 3rd floor or somewhere and I need to zoom in up to there and just take a pic exterior, that's where I use this for real estate. Sometimes I'm shooting way across the street, I want to get the front of the house, and the further back you get, the better you can get. Or if you're across the park, that's where this comes in. Majority of the time, I'm on the back roads, I'm on the prairies, see a moose, see a deer, see an animal, I take this out and take a cool shot. Next, medical kit. So I just get these, Cabela's. Cabela's has these. Bought them years ago. I have them in all my camera kits. I have them in the car. And this one's a nice small kit, easy, not much in it. But in a pinch, something happens, you should have a medical kit. Be prepared. Next up, the OM6. So there used to be Osmo Mobile by DJI. Now it's OM6. It's shorter, easier. So this pops up, easy. I put my phone on there. I don't have to clip Brady, but phone goes on here. I use this quite a bit now. This is popular. I do my vertical social media videos. I sell them to my realtors. One style that is huge is the walkthrough. So if your house is ready, totally ready, like nothing on the floor, you can do a whole walkthrough of the whole house. They get the lay of the land. It's awesome product to sell. Second one is just clips. So again, shooting vertical, I just do clips. Here's the kitchen, here's the living room. I do about 5-10 clips. The other product I sell, I use this. I use the iPhone Pro Max. Awesome, it works awesome. So, leading to the phone. Everybody needs a phone for everything from booking, scheduling, whatever, you know, we all know that. That's easy. But for photography, this thing is amazing for photos, even better for video. So when you're shooting the interior, you're going across, it looks good. Oh, window. Usually our big cameras, you're exposing from inside, it'll be blown out. It's just the way of nature of these SLRs. This thing, I don't know what's in it, the computer, the brains, thank you, Mr. Apple. Apple, oh my God. When you're going across the window, it exposes for the inside and outside. Don't go too fast because you'll see the blip. Go slow and it exposes for everything. Just use auto mode. It works phenomenal. I honestly am testing this out. I'm thinking of getting, for my cinematic tours, using this all the time. It is painless, easy, light, and I will let you know how that goes. But iPhone 14 Pro Max for photos, video, mind-blowing, phenomenal. Love it. Love you, Apple. Next up, let's reach over here. iGuide. Let's talk iGuide. I love iGuide. I used to be a Matterport guy. They got too expensive. It takes too darn long to do a house. Doing a scan every 6 feet, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Oh my God, I had enough of Matterport. And then you started charging us too much, and I hated you more. So, iGuide, beautiful Canadian company. I met with them at the PMRE conference, so photography for media and real estate conference every November. Plug for them. They are awesome, great bunch of people. You'll meet people like you, and you could talk about stuff like this. So definitely recommend going to that conference. Anyway, I met with iGuide a few years ago. They show me how everything works. They showed me before this camera. This is the Planix. I love it. I love it. You could shoot a house in about 20 minutes. So what do we got on top? It's a Ricoh 360 camera. In the middle, it scans the room. So you get your room measurements. It's using LiDAR. This is where it saves it. And the brains are under here and the battery and everything else. Set it on a tripod. You're scanning your room. You don't have to scan every 6 feet. You scan some, like a bedroom. One scan's enough. As you do it, it's building the floor plan. You're using an app on your phone. It's connecting via Wi-Fi to this. As you're scanning, you're building out the floor plan, like the floor plan layout. After you're done, you send the files off to iGuide. They process a floor plan for you. An awesome, awesome end product for a virtual tour with interactive floor plans. So if you just want to jump from the living room right to the master bedroom, you just pick on the node and you see it. You can do measurements on there. You can do everything. Is awesome. iGuide, highly recommend it. Great Canadian company. Love you guys. Also in my iGuide kit, you have to have a doorstop. Usually it's that garage door and it's spring loaded on new houses, so it shuts. So you need this. Sometimes for the exterior doors, you need this because you can go outside with the iGuide and scan the outside, especially decks or special features. You can walk right outside. Love it, love it, love it. Next, tripod. I take this, I shoot it for every interiors. Tripod is a must. You have to have a good tripod. This is the Manfrotto 290 Extra, I guess, 290X, I always call it. I just got this recently before Christmas, so that's 3-4 months ago, depends when you watch this. I got a new one because I wore out the last one after using it for a few years, and the last one was a Benro. Great, I used it for a few years. I decided to go Manfrotto. I'm a Manfrotto guy before, and I went for it. These went on sale, I got it. So you got carbon fiber, 3 legs. It's got 3 sections, so I just pop one section, that's perfect. So again, what height should you use for real estate photos? You don't want to be too high. You don't want to be too high and get the ceiling. So I just pop one section, and the best way to remember is, see that light switch back there? That's the height you want. Because we're all different heights, so I can't say my belly button, because your belly button might be high or low, whatever. I'm 6 feet. I love twist locks. You just pop these up, pull it out, pull it back. I'm a twist lock guy, or not twist, these are flip locks, sorry, flip locks. Twist lock is the other one. You twist it and pop it in and out. I always found with twist, I sometimes pinch my fingers. So this avoids the problem. I love it. What's on top? Arca Swiss D4. I love the Arca Swiss D4. It is perfect. You can see, you can just, as I'm turning it, I tweak and tune the X, Y, and Z. It is awesome. This is the Cadillac of real estate photography heads. You have to buy one if you can afford one. They're about $1,000 US. They're not cheap. But I've had this for years. It is still like brand new. It works so smooth. On top, it usually doesn't come with this head thing for the mount, so I use this style. There's different styles you can buy. So it's a Sunway photo I bought from B&H. I think it was like 20 bucks. Yeah, the cheapest part of this whole rig. Excuse me. Oh. Talking too much. Coffee break. Well, if it's afternoon, cheers. All right, back. So I walk in. We got our tripod. If I get booked just for photos, which is lots of shoots, I walk in. I'm not a flambing guy, so I'm not taking flash. I walk in, camera, tripod. This is all I walk into a house with. Simple, easy, simple, easy. I'm doing a social media video. This is in my pocket. Bam. With my phone. Easy, right? Not carrying a bunch of flash gear, getting stupid crazy and forget something. That is as easy as it gets. If I'm doing, sorry, let me put my tripod down. I'm doing virtual. iGuide case comes with me. If I'm doing video, my whole case comes with me because I have the whole rig in there and I have to set it all up. But I keep it simple. I keep it light. I don't like losing things. I keep the shoot simple. If I have to, I have an assistant. If she has to go in while I'm gone to shoot, I keep it simple. I have the settings on the camera. I said the 1, 2, 3 on the Sony a7 IV. Bam, done, easy. She knows exactly what to do. There's nothing complicated. There's no weird flash flambient. Where should I point my flash? Take that out of this. It just, to me, complicates things. Keep it simple. This is real estate. This isn't an art exhibit where we're submitting photos for that. Good enough is good enough. Remember that. So everything I showed you here, I love Sony. I won't lie. I love DJI. Use their products. Huge fan. All the products I'm using, everything I talked about is in the notes below. Click on the links. They're all affiliate links. That's how I get paid to do these videos, and I appreciate it. Wherever you buy it, a local store or you're on Amazon, it's all good. We all do the same thing. Right now, money's tough, so Amazon sometimes is cheaper, but everything we talk about here, if you have gear you recommend, if you have gear questions, ask below. I will answer them. I want to hear from you. Anything else with gear? This is just the photo gear. In future episodes of Raw Talk, we will talk about the desk. You can see behind me, this is Command Central when I get home, where I do everything. So I have one desk like that for photos. I have another desk for video. 2 different setups. So what's behind you? You want to see how crazy this is? This is the video station. Crazy. Lights, camera, action, eh? So, I want to hear what you want to know about future episodes of Raw Talk. I just want to talk all out, no scripts, just educate my people that I work with. I love everybody from PMRE. You know who you are, who I met. And let's keep shooting. Let's have fun. Enjoy those houses. Don't get disappointed when you get a repo, an ugly house, a rental. Keep shooting and don't hesitate to reach out. We have an amazing community, and see you in the next video. If you found this useful, hit the thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe. I'll be sending videos every week. See ya.